Joining me now is Missouri Senator Josh Hawley. Forgive the impression for a moment there, Senator, but when you put it all together, the words in that indictment, the reality of what happened, it may just be lying to the FBI, but could this be the unraveling of what exactly was done with the Clinton campaign, Fusion GPS, this lawyer, Michael Sussman, to create the dust cloud that we've been living under now ever since?
I sure hope so. I sure hope that we're finally starting to get to the truth. And we know that they didn't just lie to the FBI. They also lied to a FISA court. The FBI took this information, which we know now is fake, it's manufactured. They went to a court to get a wiretap, and they lied to that court. And they lied over and over and over again to that court, to the point of even fabricating evidence. So we've got a big problem here, and the idea that Democrat leaders in the Clinton campaign could pay a lawyer to lie to the FBI to try to interfere in a presidential election campaign. Let's be clear what's going on here. They were trying to rig a presidential campaign.
Yes.
And my goodness, by getting the FBI weaponized and by lying to a FISA court, they succeeded in interfering in a presidential campaign. That's pretty serious. And we've got to get to the bottom of exactly what happened.
I mean, right there in the indictment, they knew what they were claiming would not fly public scrutiny, just public scrutiny. And they talk about just searching, Google searches would show that it's not true. Yet the FBI, certain agents, maybe just at the top, who knows, fell for it. And then there was leaking to the media. I mean, is this a situation where everyone had to be in on it at every step in order for it to happen?
I think what it does show is that you've got a group of people in the government, certainly in the Clinton campaign, who wanted Donald Trump to fail. They did not want to see him elected as president. When he was elected, they wanted somehow to reverse the outcome of that election, and they were willing to do just about anything, including lying to courts, including getting wiretaps that they knew were not justified under the law, in order to try and force their will on the American people. Here's the thing that really scares me, though, Pete. The same people in the Clinton campaign who are out there trying to sell this false story are now the people in charge of policy. I'm talking about people like Jake Sullivan,
yes,
who's now the national security advisor. He worked for Hillary Clinton. His fingerprints are all over this. He went on the record and pushed this false narrative, and now he's running Afghanistan policy. How's that working out? We need to figure out who knew what when, and these same people, my goodness, they should not be in charge of policy.
No, that's the right name to bring up. Real quick, and we don't have much time, you're on the Senate Armed Services Committee. You're going to get a chance to question General Milley and what happened in Afghanistan. You've got some choice thoughts.
Yeah, listen, when we have the death of 13 service members who were killed, they should never have been put in the situation that they were put in. General Milley now is accused of breaking the chain of command as it relates to China, of going outside the chain of command. He needs to answer these questions on the record. And if he did indeed do what was alleged with regard to China, he needs to be fired or he needs to resign. But we also have to be honest about what's gone on in Afghanistan. It has been a total debacle. And General Milley, along with Secretary Austin, Secretary Blinken, Jake Sullivan, they're responsible, and there needs to be accountability for what has happened there, including for the hundreds of American civilians left to the enemy.
Yeah, we'll be watching. You're going to get a chance to ask questions that a lot of Americans would like to. Josh Hawley, Senator, thank you.